going on in here?
What's that?
Good heat. Oh, right there. So. Do you have any luck with that point you pay for us?
I have Jerry reviewing the contract they want me to sign.
Oh, gotcha.
So it looks like a good deal. I mean, I'll get it set up. I just want to make sure before I sign my name on the contract that I've read the fine print. So
Gotcha.
it'll lock me to a 15-year deal or something like that.
I appreciate it. I'm sure.
All right.
I'm sure something like that.
All right, it should be soon.
Cool.
You doing? You okay?
I'm good. How about you?
Okay. So far, so good.
Of course he's not. He's talking.
So could the radio be off, please? Thank you.
Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
It's not. So, he shoots her dog, and she goes and gets her sword, because she's Chinese like, and she slashes her, and no one got arrested. No one. Oh, gosh. Sorry about the sniffles. I have allergies, something fierce.
My dad lives in North Carolina, and she lives on her deck right over her house. You
Yeah.
can see this yellow mist or dust
Ooh.
all over her deck.
Pollen.
Yeah, see the pollen's terrible down here right now.
Oh, it's terrible. She has like a leaf blower out there. You can see the dust is
Oh, gosh.
this. Yeah, and she has that what we call hay fever, whatever she typically is
Call this meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You got a roll call.
Traci Chouinard and Ann Derderian. Everyone else is
Approval of the agenda.
Also move to approve the agenda for March 30, the final budget amendments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried. Public comment.
Here, Pacheco, I live in the village. So I would love to hear justification for us meeting at 11 on Monday. You probably see this as your meeting to take care of your things, but it really is, that's why you're covered by the Open Meetings Act. It's supposed to be happening in the public. Lapeer Township last week had to do the same thing. They had to go through a whole bunch of budget amendments. They did it at 6 o'clock in the evening, when many more people could be there if they wanted to. So, again, I'm going to ask you to think about the public and communicating with the public, because that hasn't been a value here that I have seen. You're getting a little bit better. Also, was it on the sign? I don't know. I didn't have time to watch the sign, but it's been good to have it there. It was on the website, so that's an improvement. Going through these, I was really shocked to see over $66,000 in legal fees this year. That is more than double any other township I have seen. I haven't looked at all of them, but I've looked at a bunch. And they had like ongoing litigation and all of that kind of thing. So that's just a shocking number. I'd love to hear why that is, because I haven't seen the lawyer at a single meeting, not an attorney you have shown, at any meeting I've been to, and I've been to almost all of them. So would love to hear about that. So pensions, a lot of money moving on those pensions. I would love to hear why that changed, just because that's, it'd be good to understand, because the general budget and then the police and the fire all had a lot of money moving on that. Office help, the clerk got $4,000 extra help. I'd love to hear, if there was a special circumstance, what happened. Snow removal went from $0 allocated to $5,200 allocated. I didn't see a service come up for bid here. Maybe I missed that somewhere. I didn't see that get bidded on and contracted. So, but again, maybe I could have just missed it. But I'd like to hear why that changed. Court fines are $6,000 more than expected. I'd love to hear what was going on with that. I believe that was in the police budget. So anyway, it'd be great to get some answers. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, thank you for the extra 90 miles of commute today that I had to do to get to this meeting, and 3 hours of driving. But that's how dedicated I am to showing the public what goes on here. Thank you.
Township business.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the budget amendments for the 25-26 budget year. I'm going to begin by going through the general fund spreadsheet. So let's start with revenue. Steve, you're always asking about the positives and negatives. So you see a negative. I don't know if you want to see the sheet there in front of you, but the negative where it goes, it implies basically that we brought in less revenue than we had budgeted. So the negative means less revenue. So the opposite will apply when we get to expenses. So I just want to make sure. So as far as the budget amendments, we brought in $35,183 less revenue. That primarily is offset by the $32,200 that we give to the DDA. So just want to make sure that's noted there. You see, we brought in more money for penalties and interest, $4,972. Property tax admin fee, we brought in $4,547 more. And then the variance applications, we brought in $2,400 less than we had budgeted. Special land use permits, we brought in $315 less than we had planned. Zoning applications, we brought in $1,500 less than we had planned. Site plan review, conference, and special meetings, $4,475 less than we had planned. Engineering fees, $8,000 less sharing, we brought in, $7,658 more than we had planned. And material 90, interest $11,601 more than we had planned. Cedars, that's our CDs, $15,495 more than we had planned. Reimbursements $1,180 more. Miscellaneous revenue, we had planned $5,000 this year, but we brought in $3,138 less. In land division, $200 less than we had planned. So overall revenue, we brought in basically $6,128 less than we had planned. So that's clear. And that's highlighted at the very top of your page where it says general fund balance. So those are the totals. So next we'll get into expenditures, differences and amendments. Again, think of it this way. If you see a negative number, that means we spent less than we had planned. You see a positive number, that implies we spent more than we had planned. Okay? First one is the wages for trustee. We spent $1 more than we planned. Medicare, $23 more than we had planned. Social Security, $95 more than we had planned. Pension, $385 more than we had planned. Conferences and workshops, I'm going to take the $2,000 from that budget to help offset the other costs. That's kind of why I'm taking money out of that line item, by the way. The pension township, this is the MERS, where we had the conversations about funding the underfunded position. This was our portion of it. So that's why there's a significant difference there of $240,619. Healthcare insurance, we spent $13,000 less than we had planned. This is the co-pays and deductibles. We spent $600 less than we had planned. Insurance and bonds, $2,600 less than we had planned. Postage, $6,100 less than we had planned. Workman's comp, $10,800 less than we had planned. Go down to employer Medicaid for supervisor, $19 more than we had planned. Social Security, $3 more than we had planned. Pension supervisor, $331 more than we had planned. Workshops and conferences, we spent $1,100 less than we had planned. The deputy clerk, as you guys know, that was a full-time position. We haven't filled that position, so I'm going to take the money we had allocated, $35,726, put that back into the budget, if you will, to offset the other expenses. That's why that's zeroed out. Office help, because we didn't have a full-time deputy clerk, we had more office help, so we spent $3,977 more than we had planned. So Social Security clerk, $3,100 less than we had planned. Pension clerk, $200 less than we had planned, over $240 more than we had planned. Drop down to audit fees. So we spent $930 more than we had planned. Employer Medicare board review, $15 more than we had planned. Pension OBRA, $56 more than we had planned. Printing and publishing, $414 more than we had planned. Meetings for board review, $500 more than we had planned. Deputy treasurer, $1,273 more than we had planned. Medicare treasurer, $22 more we had planned. Social Security, $96 more than we had planned. Pension, $3,000 less than we had planned. Drop down to assessor wages, $1,200 less than we had planned. Tribunal assessor, $1,000 less than we had planned. Pension OBRA, $3,800 less than we had planned. Postage, $384 more than we had planned. Conferences and workshops, $1,000 less than we had planned. You see, office supplies elections, $24 more than we had planned. Computers and supplies elections, $1,135 more than we had planned. Garbage pickup, $1,158 more than we had planned. Recycling, $3,500 less than we had planned. Office supplies, $1,200 less than we had planned. Snow removal, $5,200 less than we had planned in that. Cleaning, dust control, $1,850 less than we had planned. Township Board legal, $33,800 less than we had planned. Zoning wages administration, $3,505 less than we had planned. Conferences and workshops, zoning official, $1,000 less than we had planned. Drains County, $800 less than we had planned. Road maintenance, we spent $2,689 more than we had planned. Chloride, road treatment, we spent $10,500 more than we had planned. I'm sorry, less than we, thank you. Messed up there. Okay, so chlorine and road maintenance, we spent $10,500 less than we had planned. Gravel, $70,000 less than we had planned. Wages engineering, $5,800 less than we had planned. Lights, $1,648 more than we had planned. Memberships dues, cemetery, $45 more than we had planned. Planning wages, $3,300 less than we had planned. Printing and publishing, $2,700 less than we had planned. Meetings, under planning, $2,000 less than we had planned. Meetings, Board of Appeals, $1,300 less than we had planned. Wages planner, $2,600 less than we had planned. And that was it for general fund. So to summarize general fund, if you go back to, if you go to the very top, it shows general fund balance revenue. We brought in $6,128 less than we had planned, and we spent $2,788 more than we had planned, for a difference of $8,916. So, any questions on general fund? If not, I'll make a motion. To approve the 2025-26 fiscal year final township budget amendments as presented.
Support.
Derderian,
Yes.
Chouinard is absent. Benscoter,
Yes.
Hess,
Yes.
Clark, yes.
Okay, next is the building department. If you look at the summary, we brought in $24,708 less revenue than we had planned. And we had expenses of $8,029 more than we had planned. So a total of the combined. So let's talk about revenue. So if you look at revenue, building permits, we brought in $1,150 less than we had planned. Permits, $5,700 less than we had planned. Plumbing permits, $4,090 less than we had planned. Mechanical permits, $6,153 less than we had planned. Address applications, $600 less than we had planned. Admin fee is $6,195 less. Contractor registration, $490 more than we planned. Zoning applications, $320 more than we had planned. Plan reviews, $450 less than we had planned. $150 less than we had planned. Yeah, thank you. And then interest, we brought in $93 more than we planned. And then revenue, miscellaneous revenue, we brought in $1,162 less than we had planned. Again, revenue was $24,700 less than we had planned. Expenditures, wages, inspector, we spent $900 less than we had planned. Wages, business secretary wages, $3,870 less than we had planned. Zoning permit review, we spent $100 more than we had planned.
to guesstimate
Right.
on the revenue part. I mean, you don't know what,
Well, it's not a profit center, right?
no.
Right.
So, okay. So I'm gonna make a motion to approve the 2025-2026 fiscal year final township building department budget amendments as presented.
Support.
Derderian,
Yes.
Chouinard is absent. Benscoter,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Clark, yes.
Okay, next, I'll do the fire department, again, same format as before. The fire department actually netted out 0 this year, so the revenue, they did well, and the expenditures, they did well, so it's good. Tax revenue, they brought in $1,978 less than they had planned. Grant money, $3,101 less than they planned. The local community stabilization authority, they brought in $3,658 more than they had planned. Interest brought in $3 less than they had planned, but brought in $2,309 more interest with CDs than they had planned. Brought in $5,700 emergency services more than they had planned, and miscellaneous revenue $453 less than they had planned, for a total of $6,214 more than they had planned. So that's good, net positive. Wages, fire, this is expenditures. They spent $699 more than they had planned. The wages for the grant funds, they spent $3,088 more than they had planned. Social Security, fire, $354 more than they had planned. Pension, fire, $74 more than they had planned. And MERS, this is part of the underfunded position contribution, $14,193 more than they had planned. Truck repairs, $1,458 more than they had planned. Equipment maintenance repair, $6,096 more than they had planned. Membership and dues, $701 more than they had planned. Miscellaneous fire department, you see, $22,284. They less than they had planned on spending.
Because they paid that off, right?
Yeah, that was paid off, but also I allocated that budgeted money to cover the shortages as a result of the MERS and things like that, so that's why it's coming out of there. So I'm just reallocating money from one budget line into another. FDIC training, $2,064 more than they had planned. FDIC training, hotels and mileage, $1,600 more than they had planned. And equipment, $3,571 more than they had planned. So revenue, $6,214 more than they had planned, to expenses of $2,214 more than they had planned, with the delta difference of 0, so they netted out 0, so that was a good year for them. So, motion by me, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the 2025-2026 fiscal year final fire department budget amendments as presented.
Support.
Derderian,
Yes.
Chouinard absent. Benscoter,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Clark, yes.
Okay. Please, Ryan, if you want to jump in, I'm just gonna go through the numbers. If you got anything you want to add, jump in. So we'll start with revenue. Property tax revenue, $4,556 less than we had planned. The med law account, $500 more than we had planned. Grant money, $30,065 less than we had planned. This is part of the grant money you were gonna get for the
OHSP, the traffic grant, we've been going back and forth on paperwork with that, and hopefully we see something in the next week or two. Everything was initially approved as of Friday last week.
So it's a grant reimbursement for monies we spent, so. Okay, local community stabilization authority, $5,052 more than we had planned. Liquor enforcement, $10 more than we had planned. Police reports, printed material, $612 more than we had planned. Court fines, $6,171 more than we had planned. Primary reason for that, a lot of that's tickets. A lot of people driving very fast on.
Yep, traffic tickets,
interest on, so $2,150 more than we had planned. CD interest, $6,163 more than we had planned. Reimbursement of attorney fees, $3,624 more than we had planned. And Coles, this is for training, receives $2,000 more than less than we had planned. Special unit revenue, this is the drone activity, so received $189 less than we had planned. Miscellaneous revenue, $8,324 less than we had planned in terms of revenue. So for a net negative of $23,849 less revenue than we had planned. A lot of that's due to the grant. Expenditures, police wages, we spent $16,579 more in wages than we had planned. Medicare, $264 more than we had planned. $1,058 more in Social Security than we had planned. Pension township, $212 more than we had planned. Again, the $221,885 was the MERS contribution for the unemployment position of the police portion of that. Healthcare insurance, we spent $8,218 more than we had planned. As far as the copay amount of $6,000, we spent $1,758 less than we had planned. Opt out, it's like $1 more than we had planned. And then uniform cleaning, $1,519 less than we had planned. Other expenses, $11,296 more than we had planned. Office supplies, $1,158 less than we had planned. Gasoline, $2,751 less than we had planned. Legal fees, $1,970 less than we had planned. Med law account, $800 more than we had planned. Telephones, $170 more than we had planned. Miscellaneous, $629 more than we had planned. MCOLS training, $2,220 less than we had planned. And then special ed unit, $4,262 more than we had planned. And then future police purchases, you see $3,164 more than we had planned.
That's part of the grant as well. That's the radar unit that we have to get reimbursed for.
And the car expenses, that was because we got, but there was money in the miscellaneous revenue that was deposited from the insurance.
Correct, from some insurance stuff, but we have to, unfortunately, that's happening over here.
So, $23,849 less revenue than we planned to $257,280 more than we planned. So I'll make a motion to approve the 2025-26 fiscal year final police department budget amendments as presented.
Support.
Derderian,
Yes.
Chouinard absent, Benscoter,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
and this will be all, we're all good with our end of the year, so, right?
No, we're not the only municipality that's suffering from the MERS, because I saw it on TV.
Oh, did it?
Wayne County, Wayne County,
Of course, yeah.
they're way behind.
Sure.
Well, that payment that we approved last month, has reduced his MERS for the next fiscal year. And that
Right.
will-
From 24% down to 12.7, so.
Oh, that's
so it's a
pretty
huge
big
difference.
reduction.
All right, anything else? If not, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What's that?
Hey Scott, can I talk to you for a couple of minutes?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, put our notes together.